Hey everybody! Thanks for being here. It's truly a pleasure to see such a lively and enthusiastic crowd tonight. Your energy is absolutely contagious, and I can already tell we're going to have an amazing time together. It's great to see so many familiar faces. It feels like a reunion of sorts, doesn't it? Seeing all of you here, ready to share some laughs and good times, really warms my heart. And for those of you seeing me for the first time, welcome to the show. I promise you, by the end of the night, we'll all feel like old friends. This is a place where everyone is welcome, and laughter is the best way to break the ice. I'm so excited about tonight. We're going to laugh. We're going to share stories, jokes, and maybe even a few surprises. Laughter is such a powerful thing, and I can't wait to experience it with all of you. We're going to have some fun. Fun that makes you forget about the outside world for a bit. Fun that reminds you of the simple joys in life. It's all about creating memories that we can look back on and smile. We're going to forget about our troubles for a little while. Life can be tough. It throws us curveballs. But tonight, let's put all that aside. Let's focus on the good, the funny, and the uplifting moments. Sometimes it feels like we're juggling chainsaws while riding a unicycle. But you know what? Those are the moments that make us stronger, and sometimes they make for the best stories and the biggest laughs. It's all about finding the humor in those moments. When we can laugh at the chaos, it loses its power over us. Laughter is a way to reclaim our joy, even in the midst of life's craziness. So sit back, relax, and get ready to laugh. Let's make tonight a night to remember. A night filled with joy, laughter, and a sense of community. Thank you for being here, and let's get this show started. You know, they say you should never follow a comedian with a comedian. It's like trying to outshine the sun with a flashlight. The audience is already in stitches, and you have to keep that momentum going. Well, try following a magician. Now that's a whole different ballgame. The stakes are higher, the expectations through the roof. Talk about a tough act to follow. 1 minute there's a rabbit, the next minute it's gone. The audience is left in awe, their minds blown. I'm like, hey, I could use a good assistant. Maybe someone who can make my punchlines appear out of thin air. But it got me thinking about how life is kind of like a magic show, full of surprises, full of illusions. You think you have it all figured out, and then, poof, something unexpected happens. And sometimes you just have to laugh at the absurdity of it all. Take relationships, for example. They can be the most magical experiences, filled with joy and laughter. Now that's a real disappearing act. One moment, everything is perfect, and the next, someone vanishes without a trace. It's like they were never there. But just like in a magic show, the key is to keep going. The show must go on. You learn to adapt, to find new tricks up your sleeve. And sometimes the best moments come from the unexpected. The jokes that weren't planned, the magic tricks that didn't go as rehearsed. So whether you're following a comedian or a magician, remember that life is full of surprises. Embrace the magic, laugh at the absurdity, and always be ready for the next act. Because in the end, it's all part of the show. And what a show it is. Dating these days is an adventure. Everyone's on these apps. Swiping left, swiping right. It's like ordering takeout. I'll take one tall, dark, and handsome, please. Hold the onions. And minimalism. Don't even get me started on minimalism. People living in these tiny houses, with like one chair and a plant. Where do you put your stuff? Where do you hide when you're mad at your partner? You can't swing a cat in those places. And believe me, I love cats. I'm not swinging any cats. Then there's work. We've got all these office trends. Open floor plans, standing desks, kombucha on tap, and don't even get me started on the office snacks. Kale chips? Seriously? I'm dreaming of donuts over here. And speaking of donuts, let's talk about dieting. I've tried every diet out there. Keto, paleo, Atkins, the grapefruit diet. You name it, I've tried it. And you know what? I'm still hungry. Section 5. Technology. Friend or frenemy? Technology. It's supposed to make our lives easier, right? We have smartphones, smart homes, and even smart cars. But sometimes it feels like all this smart technology is making us feel, well, not so smart. But let's be honest, sometimes it feels like we're living in a science fiction movie gone wrong. We have gadgets that talk back to us, devices that predict our every move, and screens that seem to know us better than we know ourselves. I swear my smartphone is smarter than I am. It's always listening. I mean, have you ever had that eerie feeling that your phone is eavesdropping on your conversations? You mention something casually, and the next thing you know, you're bombarded with ads about it. It knows what I want to buy before I do. I was talking about needing new running shoes, and suddenly, my social media feed is filled with shoe ads. It's like my phone is a mind reader. It probably knows what I'm going to say next. Predictive text is another story. Sometimes it's helpful, but other times, it's like my phone is trying to have a conversation with me. And don't even get me started on autocorrect. It's like a mischievous little gremlin living inside my phone, waiting to mess up my messages. I once tried to text my friend good morning, and autocorrect changed it to good morning. Imagine the confusion. My friend thought I was being all dramatic first thing in the morning. I'm like, thanks phone, you too. It's moments like these that make me wonder if technology is really our friend or just a frenemy, always keeping us on our toes. And then there are the voice assistants. They're supposed to make life easier, but sometimes they just add to the confusion. You ask them to play a song, and they start reading you the weather forecast instead. It's like they have a mind of their own. You say one thing, and they hear something completely different. It's both hilarious and frustrating at the same time. So is technology a friend or a frenemy? It's hard to say. On one hand, it connects us, entertains us, and makes many tasks easier. On the other hand, it can be intrusive, confusing, and sometimes downright annoying. Maybe it's a bit of both. A friend that sometimes gets on our nerves, but ultimately makes life more interesting. After all, where would we be without our daily dose of tech-induced drama? So, here's to our tech friends and frenemies. May they continue to surprise, frustrate, and entertain us in equal measure. Section 6. Social Media Detox, a comedian's perspective. And then there's social media. Everybody's living their best life. Perfect vacations, perfect families, perfect avocado toast. It's enough to make you want to throw your phone in the ocean. I actually tried a social media detox once. It lasted about 20 minutes. I was like, wait, nobody knows I ate this entire pizza by myself? Section 7. Gym rats and yoga posers. Health and fitness. That's another good one. I try to stay active. I go to the gym. I do yoga. Well, I attempt yoga. I'm more of a yoga poser than a yogi. You ever been to a yoga class? It's like everyone speaks a different language. Downward dog. Pigeon pose. I'm like, I can barely touch my toes. Section 8. Foodie adventures in my kitchen. And let's not forget about food. Food is my love language. I love to cook, or at least I try to. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it's a disaster. But hey, at least it's entertaining. And these fancy food descriptions, infused with the essence of sun-kissed berries, drizzled with a reduction of Himalayan tears. Just give me a burger and fries. Section 9. Laughing through life. But you know what? That's the beauty of life, isn't it? The imperfections, the mishaps, the moments that make us want to tear our hair out. If it weren't for those moments, we wouldn't have anything to laugh about. Laughter is the best medicine. It's true. It relieves stress. It boosts your immune system. It makes you more attractive. Okay, maybe not that last one, but it definitely can't hurt. Section 10. Keep on laughing. So the next time life throws you a curveball, remember to laugh. Laugh at the absurdity of it all. Laugh at your mistakes. Laugh at yourself, because life is too short to be anything but happy. Thanks for being here, everybody. Good night.